Hello everyone, this is Dr. Priyanka Gite, Professor in Commerce at Faculty of Commerce, Banaras Hindu University. I am here today to present my 12-week course on Sales Management and Advertising. The course is of 3 credits. Before we start with the course, just a brief outline as to what this sales management and advertising is. In most general terms, we can say that sales management and advertising, they are the backbone of any business organization. None of the business organizations today can survive without a good sales organization and a good promotional backup to their various activities of sales. In this course, we will be relating many of the topics of sales management and advertising, and I am quite confident that by the end of this course, my audience in general will be highly enlightened. Now we start with the conceptual framework of sales management, what this sales management is all about. The foundation, the sales management, the foundational concept is something which is concerned with the management of the sales force of any organization. For a layman in general, sales management is something which is simply supervising the sales activities of an organization. But if we go deeper, we see that sales management is something much more, and it is mainly including planning, directing and controlling of the sales activities in any organization. It has a vast scope. It includes your recruitment and selection of right people. It includes a good training program for these recruited and selected people. It includes assigning territories and targets to these people. It has a scope of devising good motivational programs to keep the employees motivated throughout their work. Also, motivation includes devising a good compensation plan so that the employees are compensated properly, which is a big motivating factor. And finally, the sales management includes the last of the managerial functions, that is controlling. You have to control your salespeople to see that whatever they were required to do, have they done or not. The evolution of the sales management, we can say, has been over a long period. Personal selling, if we call it, has been there since barter time to the present time. Talking about sales management, one of the very important concepts that we have is what we call as boundary spanning role. Now, what is this boundary spanning role? This is the role for a salesperson which is concerned with a good positioning of the salespeople between the internal organization and the external organization. When we say external organization, it means the customers in the market. The salespeople, we can say, they are acting as the link between the internal organization, that is the organization, and the external organization, that is the market. Where exactly their role is? The role is, that is, they have to provide the details about the customers, about the market to the organizations so that the work can be done accordingly. And at the same time, they have to inform the customers that what is the value the organization is providing them, what are the products that the organization is providing them, and how these products will be beneficial for them. So, we can say having a good boundary role is very essential for a good sales management. Now, two very commonly used words here are sales and marketing. I think so most of the audience must be having a clear understanding about the sales and marketing. Marketing, as we say, it is something which is concerned with developing a long-term strategy for the goods, for the business. It is concerned with creating a demand for the goods in the market. It is something which is concerned with creating a long-lasting relationships in the market. And sales, on the other hand, is something which is concerned with application or the sales function, application of sales function in the market, which may be a direct selling, which may be a one-to-one interaction, which may be a face-to-face interaction, which may be on phone or which may be on video. Sales and marketing are very highly interrelated, and it is very important for any organization to have a proper alignment between sales and marketing. It is not only that it is philosophical, and that is why we need to align sales and marketing, but also it is seen and the research evidences show that the organizations where the sales and marketing are more aligned, they are more profitable than those organizations which are misaligned. Then we have another important relationship, that is what we call as sales management and branding. Two things which go side by side, two things which are interconnected and interdependent. Branding, as we all know, it is a very important product related decision. It is something which directly speaks about the product of the organization. Numerous definitions of branding everyone must have heard. We can define in most common terms branding as a name, symbol, mark, design, etc. Anything which is creating a distinct image about the product in the minds of the buyer, and it is also helping in differentiating the product from that of the competitor's product. So, we can say branding is basically going with the awareness and identification of the product, and secondly differentiation of the product. It is providing. So, when these functions are performed by branding, we say branding is providing a strong base to the sales people, which helps them by building a trust about the product for the buyers. So, the base work has been done by branding, and the sales people can work over that. At the same time, if we look at other way around, we can say that salespeople also have a big responsibility as far as branding is concerned. One wrong sales interaction can severely damage the image of the product, and thereby a huge amount which has been spent by the organization on advertising and other promotional aspects gets wasted. So, here also it is very important that branding and sales management go side by side. They are working together. A very important thing what we can call as the sales management process. Sales management process, that is the process with the help of which the sales management is being done. Basically, it is understanding the selling functions and jobs, then linking the sales strategy to corporate and marketing goals, recruiting, selecting, training and compensating the force, leading the force, motivating them and supervising their daily activities, and finally evaluating the performance and applying analytics. So, the process of sales management starts right from the time the selling functions and jobs are to be understood by the sales people to the time when the performances of the people are being evaluated and controlled. Sales as competitive advantage. A little bit into the sales function of an organization. Sales is a very important function, as we all know. But the type of markets that we are having today, the commodity markets. Commodity market, that is, the product parity is the norm. Most of the products are similar, they are offering similar benefits, they are having the same attributes, and therefore sales of different organizations may suffer sometimes. In such a scenario, in such type of market, what is important is that you go for something different, which is, we can say, reflected in the sales policy of the organization. You need to provide a difference in the product which will appeal to the entire market. A very important component in the sales management is what we call as the sales competency model. Sales competency model. What exactly this model is? This model, it is a strategic model which is defining the framework of the sales for the salespeople in the organization. It is a model which is benching upon, which is resting upon three important components. We can say the knowledge component, second the skill component, and third the behavior component. Knowledge, that is the knowledge about the product, knowledge about the market. Skill, we can say that is the skill in negotiations, skill in questioning, and behavior component, that is the observable behaviors which is there by the salespeople. Taken together, your knowledge, your skill and your behavior, we say it makes up the sales competency model. It shows how competent the sales people will be when they will be equipped with these three components. Now, first we take up the knowledge component. What does it talk about? The knowledge component is something which is the basic component these days. Though in general, knowledge component focuses upon the knowledge that the salespeople must have about the products that they are selling, the services that they are selling, and other details of the organization. Nowadays, the knowledge component has broadened to the extent that the salespeople not only need to be product expert, but also they need to be industry expert. So, your knowledge component includes every knowledge that a salesperson must have, right from the details in the organization to the details of the industry where they are working. Second is your skill component. Skill component, that is the application component, that is the practical application of the knowledge a person, that is the salespeople, have received in the first stage. Whatever knowledge is gathered by the salespeople needs to be implemented. And selling, as we all know, is a very complex activity. It requires a very high degree of skill. What type of skills? Skills in meeting people, skills in approaching people, that is the customers, skills in opening up a discussion, skills in closing a discussion, skills in negotiations, etc. We can say all in all, right from the first stage till the last stage, at every stage the salesperson has to depict, has to show his skills so that it ends in a good deal for him. Now to the third component. After knowledge component, skill component, we come to the third component, that is your behavior component. Behavior component, that is the observable behavior that the salespeople are showing when they are doing their work, when they are undertaking sales activity. What type of observations can be made here? First, what type of attitude they are having, active attitude or passive attitude. Second, whether they are having a positive attitude or a negative attitude. how they are handling themselves under stressful situations, how they are handling themselves under rejection situations, and how they are trying to manage so that the deal culminates in a final deal. So, your behavior component, whether it is your attitude reflected in active or passive, whether it is positive or negative, what is required is that a salesperson needs to manage himself very properly when he is undertaking the sales activity. So, sales competency model, if we sum up it in two lines, we say that it is a good base which is provided to the salespeople through the knowledge component, through the skill component, and through the behavior component. So, as we sum up this important lecture, we try to have some of the important key takeaways. First one, that sales management, it is a strategic function, not just simply a tactical job. It's not something that where you have to apply certain techniques and the job will be done. No, once or twice this may happen, but in long run, definitely a good strategic business strategy will only help the organization to survive. Second, boundary spanning is a unique value added of the sales organization. More clear is the positioning of the salesperson between the internal organization and the external environment, better will be the results for the organization. The alignment of the sales and the marketing. Alignment of the sales and marketing drives measurable profitability. More aligned are the sales and the marketing function for any organization, better will be the results. Branding and sales management need to work properly so that they compensate each other. Sales capability creates competitive advantage when products are equal. And the working of the sales management is a boon for every organization. Thank you.